Yeah. So, good morning, one and all, and I welcome to this 126th of webinar. I'm Amit, and Marketing and Communication Manager at Manage CIA. Since from last 2.5 years, Manage CIA is running this unique entrepreneurs and for the agripreneurs. Manage CIA is one of the agribusiness incubation center in India, which is hosted by the National Institute of Agriculture Extension Management at Hyderabad. Till the date, our incubator has mentored 503 entrepreneurs and incubated more than 330 startups from the various focus areas of the agri and allied sectors. As the today's webinar topic is digitization of agriculture, of Indian agriculture, role of the startups. We will all know that to provide the real-time data and the necessary advisory services to the farmers, for that the government of India came forward along with the startups to work on it. And of course, to discuss this very interesting topic, we have joined two eminent speakers. I welcome both the speakers. And now we will welcome our first speaker, Dr. Vijaya Lakshmi Goswami. She is the founder and founder of the Agri-think services at Guwahati. She is a qualified agriculture entrepreneur with a diverse field of work experience in the vermiculture and organic farming activities, including the greenhouse management and the soil fertility. She is managing biofolk and the mostly technologies involved in her practices related to the IoT devices. Her company is into the ICT innovations in the agriculture for sustainable development. So such a very experienced person in the ICT domain, we join her with us. So welcome, ma'am, and request to start with your session.
Okay. Hello, this is Vijay Lakshmi from Guwahati, welcoming everybody on behalf of Agri-think Services. Actually, being a part of this startup movement, which in India picked a momentum with the launch of Startup India initiative in 2016, since then this sector has seen a revolutionary rise up. There are more than 2,000 agri-tech startups which are actively using their potential to solve farmers' problems using the latest technology while contributing to the society in a tremendous way. I feel so privileged to be part of this revolution. Agri-think Services LLP is an agri-tech startup based on Guwahati, Assam, based at Guwahati, Assam. I have walked across fields for last 25 years, which made me realize that need of bringing technology in the most accessible way to farmers' doorstep is very important. That thought shaped up to an agri-tech startup in September 2019 with co-founder Mr. Tawfiq Ahmed, who was into IT business. Our products and services, I'm going to show it now. Please share. Robin, please share. Can you share my slide?
Just give us a minute, madam. We are loading.
Okay, okay.
Wait. I'll do it.
Okay.
Is ma'am screen is visible?
Yeah, not my slides yet.
One second, ma'am. I'll share it once again.
Okay. Yeah, it is visible. Please go to the next slide. Yeah. Actually, we have come up with a few solutions. Our first is soil care. This is an IoT-based instant soil testing system which gives crop-specific fertilizer recommendation in three different systems, that is organic, then chemical system, and in IPNS system. And we have applied patent for it. And our next is a smart microclimate monitoring and control system, which is customizable and it is already patented. And we are also coming up with live in situ expert service consultancy. Our first two solutions, it is already in the market. With soil care, we are reaching grassroots level farmers in the real sense. And recently we have been empaneled by Tea Boat India that has opened up a very big horizon for us to go into the tea industry. So I can show a few pictures of my devices and applications in the next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is our soil care. This is the device, and this is the user interface. And finally, we used to give a recommendation-based this report, which come instantly in the site itself. This is a purely IoT AI-based system. Our next system is, next slide, please. Yeah, this is our smart microclimate monitoring and control system, which has already been patented. It is mostly used in the protected cultivation and cold storages and some other processing, all the processing units, and it is already in the market and it and doing good business. Next slide, please. Yeah, now let me go to, this was all about me and my products. And now let me go to need of digitization in agricultural activity. Why digitization is important? With the global population, which is projected to grow from 7.6 billion in 2018 to around 9.6 billion in 2050, there will be a significant increase in demand for food. So achieving sustainable development goal by which is set by United Nations to keep nobody hungry by 2030, it will require more productive, efficient and sustainable agricultural system. So there stands the urgent need of digital intervention and innovations. Blockchain, IoT, artificial intelligence, and so many to name have already penetrated to this agri-system. In India, 68% of country's population is rural, and agriculture happens to be the main source of income, just little above 18%. So digitization and aggressive technology intervention in India's agricultural sector is the need of the hour to become a global leader in agriculture. Digitization with ICT could be a part of management of resources, like farmers can be provided with vital information pertaining to soil fertility status, then scarce resources like water and energy, and help them managing it efficiently. Then comes fertilizer and pesticide. Digital solutions aided by IoT, ML, and AI are extremely helpful in optimizing fertilizer prescriptions, and forecasting of pest infestation is another urgent need. Then digestion is another urgent need. Then disaster management and risk mitigation. ICT aided weather forecasting and disaster warnings and guidelines of mitigating those play a major role in digital agri ecosystem. Then digitization could predict crop maturity, harvesting, and also aid in post-harvest management like storage. Then one important sector, agri-market management of agri-value chain could be efficiently managed using digitization. Since digitization is backed by real data, so there is no room for hypothesis to solve problems. Now, what are the challenges of digitization? Challenges of agri-tech startups, and this I will just relate it to my experience. Please, next slide, please. Please move to next slide. Yeah. So startups usually face a major challenge of managing its capital. Right from POC to commercial launch, it requires a huge capital investment. And scale is another step which again rests on huge investments. So a lot of sweat and energy is burnt on managing financial resources, seeking funds, right investments and loans, etc. Then startups like us who are yet to hit big annual turnover, we fail to crack tenders through, though we have the best proven solution for the farmers. Domain expertise sometimes agri startups face a lot of challenge for not getting proper domain experts working purely in the agri domain to merge it to the technological chain. Then lack of proper mentorship is another problem. Sometimes we fall into, like sometimes not getting the required kind of mentorship, and there is a mismatch sometimes between the mentor and the mentee, which creates a lot of problem. And a major problem faced by is manufacturability barriers, because we have to import all the most of the hardware and sensors which are not locally, these are not locally available. So we have to procure it from some other parts of the country, which takes a lot of time, and sometimes from abroad also. And their geopolitics also play a great role. That is one challenge startup have to think about. Then network accessibility and security. Though there is a coverage of 4G and 3G networks in every nook and corner, there still remains a challenge in some areas. With so much cyber threat around, an agri startup must keep a strict eye on its network security. Then one of the important and not spoken about problem is farmers' acceptance and fear of rejection. Farmers' acceptance is a big issue. In real field, sometimes no plan, no strategies work. Even after creating impact, you may be rejected, as they are easily moved by rumors and prejudices. Also the fear of rejection. So there is always a fear of rejection. Next slide, please. Yeah. What are the opportunities of farmers and agri-startups in digital agriculture? With the launch of Digital India in 2015 by Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi to create digital infrastructure for empowering the rural community, a new era of hope emerged. The central and state government have taken several steps to address the various challenges faced by the agriculture sector under National E-Governance Plan. E-agriculture brings a lot of opportunities for farmers to enhance the agriculture value chain, through application of internet and related technology. It makes available to the farmers targeted and timely information, which increase their productivity. Some remarkable opportunities came up with Niti Aayog, with IBM team creating a crop production focus model supported by AI, which aids in enhancing crop output, soil quality, agricultural input control, and early disease outbreak warning. Then agricultural digital infrastructure solution by Cisco also came to some rescue. Nevertheless, the introduction of eKYC for farmer and payment via their Aadhaar links has brought a new dimension. The GeoKrishi platform was introduced in 2020, and it digitalized the agricultural ecosystem along the entire value chain to empower farmers and offer algorithm-based individualized solutions. Farmers can avail services through Kishan Suvidha, Krishi Bani, Agri Market app, Kishan Call Center, Farmers Portal, Pusha Krishi, and many others, which provide services to farmers never known when Agri was not merged with ICT. Now, currently, more than 2,000 agri startups in India has a lot of scope to innovate and thus enable themselves and contribute to the economy. And there are scopes in farm management solutions, market linkages, various precision agriculture technologies, financial services, supply chain management. These are the sectors open for startup. We are living in a pro-startup ecosystem created by government and supported by private and public sectors. Every problem area of agriculture could be looked upon as an opportunity for the startups. There are support from the ecosystem, be it mentorship, incubation, acceleration, and funds. As per statistics, despite the pandemic hit year, agri-tech startups in 2020 saw a 300 billion million of dollar of investments. Funding in the agri-tech has seen a 4x growth in that period. It is estimated that around $10 billion will be invested in Indian agri-tech startups over the next 10 years. Please, next slide. So advices, if I have to give advice, I can say that I have just started, but my advices will be based on real journey. So we have to value our team and make them feel included. It's a core, team is your core strength. Honest and intelligent leadership to drive the team spirit is very important. Intelligent, but non-tricky. Tricks never play good on teammates. So develop knowledge, a deep knowledge on the subject is developing a deep knowledge in the subject is very important. Then focus, we have to focus and should not deviate from it. And there should be some agility, and we should be then agility is one factor that keeps you moving from those prejudices and stereotypes to real activities. Then sensibly we have to sensitively deal with farmers emotions if we want to be a part of the agri-tech sector, whether tech or non-tech. I'm telling, we must be sensitive. No technology, no innovation will survive playing with farmers emotions. We have to play on our strengths. We have to be flexible to adapt and change strategies, but never deviate from the goal. This we have really experienced during COVID. Many of the startups survived because of they were able to change strategies and they were flexible. And we should be having that capacity to adapt to the situation, what the situation demands, but we should never deviate from the goal. Sometimes haste for reaching the X crore, how much crore company I will become. It really sometimes it is negative also, but because it is in the early stage, we should fully focus on products and services. Money will automatically come. Just keep alive your patience, perseverance, and passion. That will really work. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
Okay, I think there's some connectivity issue with Mr. Amit. Madam, thank you for your wonderful session. Now, I request all the participants to post their questions in the chat box. Now, I take this opportunity to introduce the next speaker, Mr. Anil Lakshman Lade. He is a founder and CEO of Market Yard Agri Solutions Private Limited, based out in Pune. Market Yard is a mobile application that enables users to buy, sell, and rent everything related to agriculture. His company also provides crop advisory services. More than 4.5 lakhs farmers are connected through this platform. On behalf of MANA CIA, I welcome you, sir.
Thanks, Tim.
Yes. We will make you as a presenter, sir. You can load your PPT.
Yeah.
Just give us a sec. Okay, sir, please check now if you are able to share the screen.
Just a moment. Hope it's visible.
Yeah, sir, visible. Please enable full screen.
Yeah. So first of all, thanks to the managed team, and so it's a great opportunity to present as an agri startup, right? And thanks to the ma'am. Ma'am has already covered most of the points related to the today's topic, right? The digitization of Indian agriculture, the role of agri startups. So maybe I will run through a few of the details in coming slides, and later on I will share our journey and what we do and what we are about to do in coming few years of the time, right? So moving ahead, the key drivers to the digitization to the agri-tech sector, or maybe the most of the sectors, is the telecom infrastructure. So if you see post 2G, 3G, there has been a lot of investment into the telecom sector, and that led to the low cost of data. Right. So if you see that earlier it was around maybe 250 rupees or 300 rupees per GB per month, or maybe that was the charges where the user charges were there, right? So over the years, this has been changed, and eventually after the Jio launch in 2016-17, we have seen a drastic change in the data charges. This has also led to the high consumption of data, and the internet usage has been increased at manifold. Along with that, the handsets or the mobile industry has also evolved a lot. We were able to say that the number of players coming into this segment, and we have seen good range of handsets at affordable rate. So Make in India is one of the initiative that drive this, and as well as the overall telecom or the users, we can say. Additionally, the sector that I see that is the key driver is the social media. So use of YouTube, use of Facebook, or a few of the maybe even TikTok, or a few of the other social media platforms. So this has led to the end users, whether it is rural or the urban, to use more of the data. The data consumption has gone up, right? And the another segment, the key driver is the payment apps. Coming off like Phone Pay, Google Pay, or Paytm. So this maybe the key factor was the demonetization, and this led to the adoption, a very high adoption for the payment apps, and eventually the e-commerce. So when we speak about the e-commerce, maybe the Flipkart and the Amazon and various e-com players are there in the market, right? But overall, the ecosystem was built while in India, maybe in this last 5 years of time, and this has led to the evolution, digital evolution, we can say, and ultimately will connect this to the agriculture. Right. Yeah. So this is, if you see the globally, this is the 2020 data from the. If you see globally, in India, we are paying around maybe 7 to 8 rupees per GB. That's the cost, or maybe with the launch of 5G, this might go below that. So this is one of the key factor that the evolution of the Indian market when it comes to the digitalization. So over the last 7 years, we can see the dip around 95-96% of the dip in the data rates. So this is per GB data cost in India, right? So and maybe with the good packages coming in, and So these are the factors that has led to the higher consumption of the data. So if you see, around 45% of the data consumption is in the rural India, right? So while we spoke about the telecom sector and the ecosystem that we have, so government government is also equally pushing initiatives in this sector, right? So if you see the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, so it's more of the insurance, crop insurance thing. So this has been completely digitalized, and the so I have taken few cases from the Maharashtra. All right. So in Maharashtra we have MoA&FW. So it is a direct beneficiary transfers things to happen. So whatever the government schemes and subsidies are available, a farmer can directly apply through the portal, the MoA&FW portal. They can get all the know-hows, and it's processed digitally, and lucky draws take place, and if the sanctioning the complete process is online now. So this is one of the great initiative when I can directly speak with the agriculture, right? So another one more thing is that e-peak pani. So this is more of the a farmer can upload details of his farm through the mobile app, right? And these records are directly uploaded to the government portal, right? Similarly, we have another initiative for the land records. So, for example, in Maharashtra, we have Satbara, and we say that Atal. So these are the land records, and maybe this is happening across the states, not only Maharashtra, but across the states. This might be happening, right? Another is the survey of the land records. So this is also happening digital through the use of drones, right? And so these are the initiatives maybe wherein we as a startup we focus on the apps coming from various startups in the segment, but these are the government initiatives, and this is developing overall the ecosystem, and the it's making farmer familiar to the digital adoption, right? So these are the key factors which have been driving. Moving ahead, right. So, so if you see as a agriculture, so these are the few of the focus areas. So there are n number of areas we can say, but these are the focus areas we can say that. So this is more of a alphabetical. Uh, so here we can see ICT and IoT, right? But if you see any of, if you are going to start an startup in agriculture or agri-tech, so you will see, for example, farm mechanization startup. So they need to have an ICT or the mobile platform. So digitalization has been across the these focus areas, whether it is to the farm automation, precision farming, or dairy technology. So take any of the segment, you need to have a mobile platform wherein you can digitally connect with the channel partners or the stakeholders, right? So this is a slide from the INC 42. So the major subsectors they have they have like market linkage, farm inputs. So market linkage is more of the agri produce or the output we can say. So then we have farm inputs, then we have precision farming, then farming as a service, right? And financial services, right? So maybe a few more subsectors can evolve through this, but we have seen startups uh, evolving across the segments, right? Across the all the subsectors. And these are the few of the startups which have been in the media for maybe due to the fundraise or something, right? But there are a good number of startups, more than maybe ma'am said that it was the number is around 2000, but I think it's more than 5000. So this is the good number of startups happening in agri-tech sector, because most of the other sectors have been overall saturated, we can say, whether it is edtech or maybe e-commerce. There are very few players, and the other sectors have been very much evolved. But when it comes to the agriculture, there's a good space wherein most of the agri-tech can be can come up, and can evolve and sustain. Right. So this was more of a generic that to the today's topic, but let me come to our startup, that what we are building, and through these slides maybe we can get more clarity, and a few of the aspects have been covered, right? So we are Pune-based startup, and we are a full stack agri-tech digital platform. So initially we started as a digital platform, but we thought that it's not only to be a digital, we need to have a physical presence as well. So this is where we have been building the platform over last 7 years of time. Okay. What we do, so initially we started it as a platform, a discovery platform, wherein we connect farmers and the traders. So this was started with the few products like fruits. So we started this platform for the pomegranate to begin with. Later on, we realized that the problems that are faced in by the pomegranate growers or the farmers, this is similar to all other fruit growers. Same is situation with the vegetable growers, right? So over the time, we tried to integrate around 20 categories. We can see overall we have fruits, flowers, vegetable, dry fruits. So this is where we are trying to bridge the gap between the buyers and the sellers, right? So this was one of the situation. So we can say we ourselves, when we started, we said that we are like a OLX of agriculture, right? But over the years we have been evolved, and so we tried to have different services or the value-add services. So the problem was a trader sitting in Mumbai, Delhi, or maybe Bangalore. He's not able to identify the supplier or a farmer, right? So this platform enabled him to reach out to the farmer who is the actual supplier. The discovery of the produce was very much easily available. So most of the startups who are into the quick commerce or uh, the sourcing partners of maybe Reliance, Fresh, Big Basket, and few other startups like Ninja. So they use our platform to reach out to the farmers. So discovery has been very easy through our platform, right? So while we were developing this, we thought that there are few other sectors, few other segments wherein the transactions are happening between the farmers. Like, to give an example, we have let's say tractors. So the old tractors, or whether it is maybe farm equipments or animal husbandry, the transaction happens between the farmers. The buyer and the seller both are the farmers, but unnecessarily there is presence of the middlemen or the agents. So we thought that we can't completely eliminate that as a middleman, but we can reduce their influence. So this is where we thought that we should work on, and now we can see many more startups coming in the individuals category. Like we have Animal, which is a startup dealing only with the animal husbandry, right, or the dairy category. Then we have agriculture land or the real estate. So the farmer wants to buy a agriculture land or who wants to sell, the transaction is happening between the farmers. So we thought that we should integrate that, and so through this a farmer, so likewise we say that a farmer can buy, sell, and rent everything in agriculture. So that was the concept, and we tried to cover each and everything in this. Moving ahead. Okay. Currently, we started with Maharashtra in 2016. Over the years, we have done a soft launch in Gujarat, Rajasthan, MP, and UP. So currently, we are present in 5 states. Uh, the beauty of the app is that this platform is available in English and the state language. So if you go to Gujarat, it's in English and Gujarati, right? So it helps local farmers to easily connect to the app and navigate and make maximum use of the app, right? So currently we have around 4.7 lakh farmer base connected to the platform. We have 50,000 plus buy sell posts and we do have local businesses listed in our platform. So this is more like so maybe the nurseries or the hardware store shops likewise. So the businesses related to agriculture have been listed in this platform, so wherein a farmer can search for the nearby shop and he can directly reach out to him over the call, right? Moving ahead, initially more of it was like connecting both buyers and traders or farmer to farmer transactions. But we thought that to retain, we should have a good value-add services to the farmers, wherein this can be a one-stop solution for him. So we launched agronomy service, wherein a farmer can click a photograph, post on our platform, and our team responds to him, gives him a preventive or curative measures, right? Apart from that, any of the other expert or the farmer can recommend to that particular post. We have market rate information, then credit diary we introduced, then we have weather forecasting, agriculture jobs. So we thought that there's a huge gap between the job seekers and the employers. So when it comes to the agriculture, so that's the reason we thought that we should enable agriculture job posting in our platform. So if you see in Naukri or any of the job sites, agriculture is not a predominant. So it might go into the other category or something like that. We thought that it should be somewhere both the job seekers and the employers can come together. So that was the thing. Government schemes wherein we brief, in short, we brief what are the schemes, and we try to redirect, because not every farmer is able to go to the government website, right? The government websites are not easily discoverable by the farmer, right? So this is where we thought that we should introduce a few of the things. Then agriculture videos, we upload the success stories of the farmers across the various crops. Then we have agriculture news and events, right? So just to give the look and feel of the app, so this is kind of a home page, so wherein you can see various the features that we have. So a farmer, these are the posted by the farmers. So we have Sunil Patel, Pradeep, and Gajanan. So farmer, for example, this farmer has said that he wants to sell 15 tons of banana, and his ask price is 13 rupees per kg, right? So this is his ask price. A trader can go to his farm, directly reach out to him, negotiate on the field, and close the deal, right? So this, so we don't have any commissions or cuts through this platform. So moving ahead, as I mentioned earlier regarding the crop advisory, so farmer can post a photograph. He can mention what are the problems. Our team calls the particular farmer, or the call gets to know the crop history, what he has been, maybe what are the practices he has been, the farmer has been doing, and accordingly we recommend the things, right? So this is where when we started this activity, most of the farmers came and said that whatever the products we need, can you maybe provide them? So at that moment, we thought that maybe delivering a product from our central location like Pune to a remote village somewhere, it takes around 5 to 6 days. So this was not practically feasible, because until that moment, a farmer can't wait, right? So we were advising him to go to the local shop and purchase the particular product, right? But moving ahead, maybe through this segment, we tried to have another business model, and I will come to that, right? So this is more like a khata book for agriculture. A farmer can keep his expense and income track record of this, and through this model, we can over the time extend some financial services or the fintech services in a collaborative approach, right? So when we discovered the problem, like a farmer who has posted this particular post and he wants a product, during COVID we did a kind of a e-commerce, but throughout the operations of 1 year, we understood that reaching to the last mile connectivity is one of the challenge. and the farmer can't wait for a particular product to reach maybe 4 or 5 days later to him. So that's the reason we thought that we should maybe have a hybrid model wherein we are coming through this franchisee store model. It's a hyper store wherein we are trying to integrate agri inputs as well as the agri output or the agri produce collection centers. So we are planning to have around 300 stores in Maharashtra to begin with Maharashtra, where we will be sourcing the agri inputs from the manufacturer or the stockist. This will be supplied to the franchisee stores. So these are the mega stores. We can correlate this to the DMart, right? So these are the big stores wherein you get product ranging from 1 rupee till 5 lakh rupees. So this is the wide range of products that you will have. So all the agri inputs will be supplied through this particular store. Most of the farm related services will be enabled through this particular location or the store, whether it is soil testing, whether it is agronomy or field agronomy. So most of the times advising through online, it hasn't been that effective, right? So we can enable this through the local stores, as well as we can have a buyback of agriculture produce through that particular store, and this can be forward linked to the modern trade and the general trades as well, right? So this is one of the first store that we have established in Maharashtra. So this is 4,000 square feet store. So if you see, we have we have sold electric bikes as well. So when we say that electric bikes, there were a number of questions coming from the few of the colleagues that whether e-bikes will be a good product for the farmers, but we are not treating farmer as a farmer but as a consumer, and we are very happy that we were able to sell around 80 units of electric bikes within 2.5 months of time, right? So this is the potential, we can say, through the hypermart we can see the model is being evolved. So currently it is electric bikes, will be having drones, maybe electric tractors are in the will be the upcoming market, right? So we want to enable this as a neutral platform wherein we can host a number of startups working in the agri-tech. Ours will be kind of a hyper local model wherein all the startups, maybe the very new startups coming into the segment, we can onboard them. So through the Agrimart stores and the digital, so it has to be both. So through this particular model, we can have Swiggy or Zomato for agri-tech. We can have a number of services that can be delivered through the particular store, right? So through the digital platform, like during COVID, most of the markets were shut down and closed. So most around more than 25,000 plus farmers were able to sell their agriculture produce through our app. So this is few of the good initiatives that, and this were really helpful to the farmers, right? And we intend to increase the footprint across the nation. So that's where. So these are few of the awards and right. So I have covered most of the points, but coming back to the current topic or today's topic. So just I will move back to the particular slide.
Mr. Anil, can you wind up in the next 1 minute? We are
yeah.
Just
I will do that.
also.
So if you see, for example, Dihat. So Dihat is Dihat or gramophone. Most of the companies are now being a full stack. It's not going to be a single subsector they are going to work out. Maybe the collaborative approach is going to happen, and it's happening over the with few of the startups, right? So now Dihat is also coming to the financial services, or maybe someone is going into the market linkages. So these things are happening. So this is good thing that, for example, Fasal is also going into the market linkage category, or Vekul is going to come into the agri inputs. So these are few things, and this will help of all the ecosystem to develop and ultimately farmers will get benefit through these activities, right? So thanks. So maybe we can just have stop the screen share. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Anilji, for the insightful presentation. Now we will move to the next section of today's webinar, that is question answer session. So already the participants have posted few questions in the chat box and they have sent to me in a private mode also. And I also have couple of questions for both the speakers. So we'll take one by one. So my first question is for Dr. Vijay Lakshmi.
Yeah.
One of the participant has asked the question, madam. He's asking whether your soil care works on
Yeah.
bamboo plant.
Yes, soil is like it is the medium, no? So it can be done on bamboo plant. So we keep onboarding new plants according according to users' demand. If someone asked that if he needs a crop specific recommendation for bamboo, we are already with all the database to onboard it immediately. I think is it clear?
Yes, madam. Thank you.
Welcome.
I also request all the participants to click on the raise hand icon, which is displayed on the screen, so that you'll get an opportunity to directly ask the question to the speakers. So the next question is related to supply chain in agriculture. So supply chain in agriculture is one of the challenging part. So are there any strategies or any tips that Mr. Anil can give to the early stage startups, how they can manage the supply chain activities?
Okay. So maybe supply chain. There are both sides of the supply chain, right? So maybe optimizing the supply chain is one of the key element, and we can't eliminate all the stakeholders on day one, right? So we need to work around the things, and maybe then you can get more optimized things, and the results will be there, right? So shortening the supply chain. And making it a more cost effective. So that will be the and to reply to that question.
Yes, thank you. Madam, do you have any take on this same question?
Actually, from my perspective, we keep an eye on we keep determining our inventory. So we very cautiously we should predict the demand, and we should figure how much actually we have in that is inventory management is a very important part of supply chain, which many of the startups they don't like they look down, but then we have to be very cautious deciding whether we will try or single-handedly warehousing and other shipping and on our own, or we will be partnering with someone else. Actually, forecasting the demand accurately and to make smart purchase decisions, and then you find alternative suppliers and outsourcing the logistics if there need be will be the right approach.
Okay, thank you, madam. So now we have a couple of participants who have raised their hands. I will unmute them so that they can ask questions directly to you.
Yeah.
So we have Vanamala Saroja. I'm going to unmute Vanamala Saroja.
Yes, sir. Good morning to all, sir. Can I?
Yes, we can hear you, madam. You can ask the question.
Sir, yes, sir. Both the speakers, sir, gave better presentations. I just want to ask a question to Anil, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That is, you mentioned, sir. You mentioned the mobile platform, like vehicles. Also, you mentioned right now, sir, with the vegetables, agri produce. Also, you mentioned like buses and cars. Like lorries. So what is the purpose of means you invite in mobile platform, sir?
Okay, so like I said that we developed this platform keeping in mind or the farmer at the center. So whatever his needs are there, so around him we try to develop the platform, and that's the purpose. We try to integrate the farm machineries or the automobiles into the app. So farmers also need to sell their four-wheeler or they need to buy it, right? So that's the purpose wherein they can post their requirements.
Which means farmers use these vehicles for the transportation of their produce, or like.
Okay, so there are two type of categories that we have tried to do. So one is the heavy vehicles. The transport vehicles are there, and
Yes, sir.
for the renting purpose, the commercial vehicles are used, or this service is used. So, for
Okay.
example, a farmer or the one of the transporter has his vehicle, he can post his requirement that his vehicle is available for the rent, and farmer can reach out to him.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So now we have another participant, Vasu. I'm going to unmute Vasu. Yes, Mr. Vasu. I think there's some technical issues with him. He's not able to come online. So we have Ashwin Kumar Patil.
Hello.
Yes, Ashwin Kumar, please ask the question to the speakers directly.
Sir, I have to ask one question to Vijay Lakshmi Goswami. He told about their patent rights and technology about their institution. So I asked her to know that whether they will transfer technology to us regarding startup program. Is
Yeah.
there any scope to transfer technology from them?
Yeah, we are very open to that, and that upon Shason's difference, this is a very this is a very small time I'm getting to give the answer, but we are very open to technology transfer actually.
Yeah.
And I will be I will like if you directly connect me on this regard.
Yeah. Then I
Sincere
can
request.
how I will contact you, madam.
Yeah, this is given, and please can I request Manish to share my phone number, or I'm sharing it directly to you, and you can mail me. I think my contact detail have been shared.
Yes, we have already shared the contact details in the chat box, and also we'll be sharing once again to all the registered participants by email also, along with your PPTs.
There is two number 848362
Yeah.
89286. Other is 86382040202. It is
First one is mine, and the second one is my co-founder. So you can contact me directly in the first number. No issues
madam.
at all.
And then I will contact you and ask you regarding other scope also. I am from Odisha, running a NGO since 32 years, and need your assistance if you will feel better to cope us. Okay,
Yes,
madam.
yes, Ashwin Kumar, you can contact them. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next we have Jaspal Singh. Yes, Jaspal Singh ji, you can ask the question.
Yeah, thank you. My question was to Mr. Anil ji. I want to know, like, when you start this company, when you have initiated this company, what was the basic investment that you have utilized, and when did your company really started making profit, and in between, what were the challenges that came into?
Okay. So thanks, Jaspal ji. So we started this company in 2015. It took around 1 year to develop initial product or the minimum viable product to launch into the market, right? So over the years, we have spent a lot of amount and time in building the platform. So currently, we are not profitable as of date. It might take a couple of years because we are trying to create a completely new segment into this. So a lot of time, efforts, and finance goes into developing such kind of the products.
Okay, thank you.
Hope that has answered your, yeah. But it takes efforts. So we have been doing this since last 7 years. So we have been pivoting our model, and so this is where we are coming like digital plus offline. So phygital model we are bringing it into the place, right?
That's why I asked that question. I realized that part. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. The next participant to ask question is Mr. Gautam. I'm unmuting him. Gautamji, you can ask the question directly to the speakers.
Yeah. I mean, there were two questions. I mean, Miss Vijay Lakshmi, which kind of technologies are you offering to for transfer? Because I just joined late. I missed your talk.
Okay. So actually, we are ICT based.
Speak louder, please.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
We are.
Yeah. Actually, we are ICT based company, the agri-tech startup. So we are doing technology. We are using technology like IoT and AI to develop our solutions. One is a soil care, which is an IoT based system having a lot of AI based algorithms which instantly test the soil fertility status. Along with this, it can instantly give crop specific fertilizer recommendation. That is one. That is real time based, as I had told you. And our smart microclimate monitoring and control system is also IoT based and AI based system that is applicable in the protected cultivation and other processing units, and also units like mushroom.
So basically, you are an electronics company?
No, this is an agri-tech company. We are giving solutions on mostly farmers field, like soil testing. But
the electronics yourself, or your I mean,
no, everything is ours, sir. Our team has developed. We get hardwares from outside, but rest of the things we assemble here, whatever it is, we have developed our own technology.
All right. Okay. My second part of my question is for Manoj. Sir, for your RKVY-RAFTAAR, you have put up your this thing, the link for the form.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so point is that I had applied for one RKVY-RAFTAAR program earlier. And it's now 6 to 8 months old, our application. There's no movement on that, basically. And we were in one cohort 5. And we know that the people who were in the cohort 4, the cohort earlier to us, even they have not received their funds. So my thinking is, I mean, my question is to you is that program is not moving at all. So can I apply fresh under RKVY-RAFTAAR and manage?
Sir, already the applications for cohort 9 are live. So those who have applied, the screening process is yet to start. Because as per the RKVY-RAFTAAR guidelines, we can take only 2 cohorts in a financial year. So the applications will be like a rolling applications, and any eligible startups who will be there after our screening process will receive an official email invitation to be part of the presentations. And regarding the pending fund release of any subsequent cohorts, it is already under the process. And up to 5th cohort, the funds are already released. And 6th and 7th cohort, the fund release request is in the ministry. And it will be coming maybe by end of this month. We will be receiving the sanction letters. Probably in the next financial year, the release of funds will be done based on the satisfaction of the physical visit report submitted by our team to the ministry.
So you are talking the funds for the 5th and 6th will be released next year. 5th and 6th, and you are on the 9th.
It is already released, sir. We are releasing one by one based on the inspection we are doing. already the process of releasing funds is done, sir.
Then the 7th and 8th cohort, they have still to be released the funds.
Yes, we have completed the final presentations for 6th and 7th. The official sanction letters and the funds are being awaited. We'll discuss more about this later. So, since the time is already 12, we can take up this question offline, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Can I have Miss Bijay Lakshmi's mobile number, please?
Yes, it's already there, sir, in the chat box, and we will be sharing you by email also, both the speakers' contact details as well as the presentation of today's topic, along with the YouTube link where you can go through the presentation also.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. So now we have come to the end of today's webinar. I thank both the speakers, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Madam and Anil Lakshman ji also, for giving very insightful presentation for our participants. In fact, I can see the messages in the chat box. So many of participants, I told that it was very good and they liked the today's session. I also thank the participants for taking time to listen to the presentation and also asking relevant questions to the speakers. Due to shortage of time, I definitely know that there are so many questions that are unanswered. So we will be sharing the details of both the speakers. You can connect with them offline and get your questions answered. And as I told, the applications for cohort 9, it is still live. So anybody who have any innovative agribusiness ideas, they can apply for RKVY-RAFTAAR funds under manage. So you can submit your applications. And we also have another platform called Agri Eureka. So it's a national level Agri Innovation and Business Plan Challenge, focusing more on early stage innovators and startups. So they can also submit their application. April 30th is the last date for completing their applications. And kindly visit our official website, MoA&FW official website, where you have a separate call tab known as recent updates. All the MoA&FW program details will be uploaded there. So if you wish to register for any of our programs, you can do it from there. And I also thank my fellow team members who helped us to coordinate this webinar series very smoothly. I thank them. Once again, on behalf of MoA&FW, I thank everyone.
Thank you so much for the kind invite. And we had a so insightful session, and talking to all the participants was really great experience. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks team. So it was a wonderful session, and thanks to all the participants as well. And look forward to maybe connect and move forward in the agri-tech system, and maybe connect wherever we can collaborate and have a collaborative approach and move ahead. Right. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, Anilji. Thank you.